What's poppin', Rob Television? Welcome back to another reaction with your boy. As you can see by the title, man. Yes, I'm back with another Giannis Antetokounmpo reaction video. Now I did one Giannis Antetokounmpo reaction video. That was after they won a championship. That was his highlights for that whole championship series. But this is a video. This is just like the first video. This is a three-part series. First video was why old school fans accept Luka Doncic. Second video is why old school fans accept Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now I'm not gonna say I'm not a big fan of Giannis. I do like Giannis, but I've never really just paid attention to Giannis' career or his growth or whatever. But he kind of resembles a lot of what the players back then had, because one reason why I got a lot of respect for him is because he never ran to get a championship. Now, there's no disrespect to LeBron, KD, or nobody, but I'm just saying he came into the league with his team, stayed down with his team, built with his team, and won a championship from that. Now that's the 80s, 90s flow. There's no disrespect to the players who have done opposite to get there, because everybody's, rise to success differently. But that's one reason why I respect him so much. But before we get to the video, man, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, new to the channel, man. Make sure you subscribe. Click that post notification bell to notify on all things Rob Television. Let's check it out. All right, you guys, do me a big favor, man. Before you get into this video, if you haven't already, man, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. All the links will be down in the description. And if you wasn't notified on this from my previous videos, I also have a PayPal just in case you guys want to donate. Whatever the amount is, it don't matter. It could be 50 cents. You know what I mean? If you want to donate that, make sure you show me some love on that. PayPal link will be in the description as well. All my links for everything is in the description, man. Make sure y'all show that some love. Let's get into this video.
Been incredible. Here he comes again. Oh, goodness.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
I went beyond just I got a little something different.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. Now, if you follow my show on a regular basis, then you know that I only cover old school NBA. But there's a player in today's NBA that I would consider has an old school mentality, and is actually an old school player just in the modern day NBA. So I'm talking about the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. But before we dive into today's topic, I want to ask you guys for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. All right, enough said. Now let's dig right into today's episode. So how am I going to approach this video? Well, I narrowed it down to I think 5 or 6 categories, and the first category is Giannis's playing style. In today's NBA, where literally everybody's just jacking up threes, Giannis plays a lot like an old school player, which means he's taking the ball to the hole. He's not waiting at the three-point line until he gets an open shot, but he's enjoying the contact and forces his way to the basket.
And that's something I never really understood. Now, James Harden talks so much noise, saying it don't take that much challenge to be so and so tall and driving a donkey. But his style is so much different than today's game, because today's game, like he said, everybody wants to do is just shoot threes. But his is much of an old school approach. Like, I'm getting to that rack, and I'm going to punish you and make you feel me when I'm at that rack. And that's why I got a lot of respect for that
basket. The good thing about that is that his opponents are in foul trouble, but also that his shooting percentage is always above 50%. So this is a very efficient way how to help his team, and as an old school fan, you get a lot of dunks and a lot of in the paint bullying. And just to be clear, in the last 2 years, Giannis is taking a few more three-pointers than in his early career, but this is also the result of guys leaving him open at the three-point line. But again, his attempts are still at an acceptable number. And I think as an old school fan, we don't mind that Giannis is taking three-pointers as long as the balance is right.
Antetokounmpo flies in and throws it down.
And the next reason why old school fans like Giannis Antetokounmpo is his old school mentality. Now, in today's NBA, where everybody is in love with everybody, we hardly see that players have that killer mentality and that old school approach. But this is where Giannis is different. The first time I really saw his way of thinking was a little bit different was when he was asked by LeBron James if he wanted to work out during the summer. This is something that always reminds me of the situation where Michael Jordan invited NBA All-Stars to work out with him during the shoot of Space Jam. And we all know what the result was. Everybody was helping Michael Jordan to get back in shape, which was a big mistake. And here is where Giannis Antetokounmpo is a little bit smarter. Something that the old school players also love to see.
Asked to join Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, James Harden, and a bevy of NBA players in New York to play in a pickup game this summer, he decided not to attend, saying, quote, "I can't work out with you in the summer and then play you in a few months. It feels weird. It doesn't feel right with me. Like other players, it's cool for other players, but I don't want to."
Giannis sharing a pretty hot take on the idea of what we've been talking about here, working out with other NBA players in the offseason, being friends with them. We've seen, of course, so many stars on different teams playing against each other who just hang out in the sun.
I said that was the thing. That was the mentality of the players back then. It's like when we're like it's nothing personal, but when we're on the court, we are trying to beat one another, so we're enemies. Now, when we're off the court, it's differently. Now, when you do stuff like that, you pair up, go take vacation, whatever. I'm just saying, it takes away from the competitive edge. But when you know, like, all right, at the end of the day, like, you know, we might go kick it, get something to eat, but we know one thing: when we on that court, we're enemies, and that's what separates Greek from a lot of these cats today.
In the summer, but Giannis said, quote, "I can't work out with you in the summer." Tracy, what do you think of that?
100%. No,
So you're in that camp. You're not in the LeBron and Wade
I don't
camp.
knock the guys that do it, but my mentality is I want to bring something to the table to every season that's different. I don't need the guys that I'm competing against knowing what I'm working on.
I love it, Molly.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it was in the 80s and 90s, and not to be the old man saying it's better in the day, but this is what fans sign up for. We believe that there's some concept of competitive loyalty, the idea that you look across the court, look across the field, and what you see is not just a friend, but you see an enemy because you have to beat them.
And the next reason that I have on my list is the loyalty to his franchise. Back in the days, we were used to NBA
That's my biggest
superstars
thing.
staying with their franchise for many years. For example, you had Reggie Miller
Yeah,
with the
hey,
Pacers.
and
You
look,
had-
check this out. Y'all heard me say that even in the intro. That was my favorite thing. Loyalty to his team, man.
You had John Stockton and Karl Malone with the Jazz. You had Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen with the Bulls. Ewing with the Knicks. Olajuwon with the Rockets. I mean, you get the idea. This is something that has changed dramatically, and players bounce around the league like crazy. And nobody feels the obligation to win a championship for your franchise, for the franchise that drafted you. And even worse, everybody wants to be on a super team in order to have the easy way to win an NBA championship. And here again, Giannis Antetokounmpo is just different.
When you re-signed your contract, your extension, I'm sure it was with this in mind. Well, could you imagine it happening for you the way that it's happened?
I couldn't live. You know, there was a job that had to be finished. You know, I feel like the bubble did not pay us justice. You know, we give credit to Miami Heat. They played great, but it did not pay us justice. Like everybody was feeling homesick. We're a family-oriented team. We wanted to see our families, but you know, coming back, I was like, this is my city. You know, they trust me. They believe in me. They believed in us. Even when we were lost, the city still was like on our side. And you know, obviously, I wanted to get the job done. You know, but that's my stubborn side. Like, it's easy to go somewhere and go and win a championship with somebody else. It's easy. I could go. I don't want to put anybody in the spot, but I could go to a super team and, you know, just do my part and win a championship. Still won. But this is the hard way to do it, and this is the way.
And the next reason that I have on my list is his intensity on the court. I mean, it's very much enjoyable that Giannis is so intense on the court, and you can really see that this guy wants to win no matter the cost. This includes bullying his opponents, trash talking, and all the good stuff. This is something that was very common back in the days, and unfortunately is very rare in today's NBA.
Giannis stops Christian Wood.
It's a bit of a face-off.
Whoa.
And the next reason that I have on my list is Giannis's all-around game. I was always a fan of players that had a great all-around game, which means you got many offensive weapons, but you are also a great defender. And Giannis is the complete package. Not only is he a great scorer, but also a guy who can average above 5 assists per game, more than 10 boards, and he's also somebody who can lock you down on defense. He would be a guy who would be perfectly suited for the 1980s and 1990s. Now let's hear what some of the greatest legends have to say about Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's been special to see a young kid come in like that, just raw. And you know, I don't know because I'm not around, but you know, from what you see, it looks like he just put so much work. He looks like a guy who just lives at the gym. He don't even look like he has a house or apartment. He looks like he literally lives at the gym.
By the time he's 30, probably be the best player in the game, probably be one of the best players ever. What I like about it is that he wants it. You know, a lot of guys now are in the league just to be in the league, and you know, I was the type of player that if you asked me who the best player was, I'm going to say myself. Like a lot of guys would be like LeBron, KD, but this kid doesn't believe that. He believes that he's the best player in the game, and that is what competition is all about. That's how you're supposed to play. I like his game. I don't know his position. Candace said he was a point center, and that's kind of why I said he was better than me at the 80-24. Because at 24, I was just doing big man stuff. He's doing guard stuff, playing defense on the perimeter, switching. So he's actually much better than I was at 24. He's the first big man that I've seen average 27-13, right? A couple assists, 6 assists without post moves. So he's a point big man, the new era of basketball for big guys. He's playing at the top of the key, very unconventional, especially for us three. But what I like, he reads the defense very well. He does what he's supposed to do as a big guy. Just take it right to the hole. Everybody's saying, yeah, but he needs to work on the jumper. Forget that.
He's a franchise player, no doubt about that. This kid is next. I mean, he has unbelievable talent. He reminds me a little bit of KD and Westbrook a little bit, with his explosiveness, you know, as Westbrook, and just his length and being able to maneuver like KD. Now, if he develops a jumper, he's going to be scary.
You know, the thing I like about him is the way he finds people that are wide. They don't even know they're open. He finds them and gets them the ball. Lajwan's is his biggest fan. He's Nigerian. Yeah. And Lajwan's his biggest fan. He said, you heard of Antetokounmpo?
I got to go with Giannis. I mean, I just think, you know, from the first game, this kid has been on a mission. He arguably can be the Defensive Player of the Year this year, so he's playing both ends.
You know, the Basketball Time Machine channel has approximately 150 episodes, and this is only the 4th time that I talk about a player of today's NBA. But I wanted to make sure that I give respect to Giannis Antetokounmpo, because I'm pretty sure if we would have more guys like him, I would be watching today's NBA all the time. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys would do the same. Anyway, that was it for today's episode, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.
Once again, for another video, shout out to my man Sean David, man, because he's providing a lot of content out there for me to react to and to get content out to you guys. So make sure y'all go show him some love, like, comment, subscribe. Most definitely subscribe. And you know, if we can grow ourselves, let them know, like, Rob Television sent me here. You know what I mean? Not the gas on myself, not the gas on y'all too much, but let them know Rob Television sent me here. But that is it for the video, man. If you did enjoy the video, man, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. If you subscribe, click that post notification bell to be notified on all things Rob Television. I'm out this thing. I'll see y'all guys in this video. I love all your support. I'm outie.